for paving the way for Tupac Shakur, a rap god. What turns a community organizer into the first woman on the FBI's most wanted terrorist list with a $2 million bounty on her head. This is the story of Assata Shakur, a story of revolution, a deadly shootout, and a life in exile. But the central question has always been, is she a freedom fighter or a domestic terrorist? Do you understand? You have to start at the beginning. Freedom fighter, we honor your bravery, we honor your strength and resilience. It's your favor. Thank you for paving the way for Tupac Shakur, a rap god. Born Joanne Byron in 1947, Assata Shakur's political awakening began after witnessing the brutal reality of the Jim Crow South moving to New York for college and the explosive benzene as she dove into activism. In 1971, she shed her married name, Joanne Chesimard, and adopted Assata Olubala Shakur, a name meaning she who struggles love for the people and the thankful one, signaling a new revolutionary identity. Freedom fighter, we honor your bravery, we honor your strength and resilience. Thank you for paving the way for Tupac Shakur, a rap god. Assata first joined the Black Panther Party. Focusing on community programs, growing frustrated, she left for the more militant Black Liberation Army, or BLA. The BLA operated underground, advocating for armed self-defense against what they saw as an oppressive state. This radical activism placed her directly in the crosshairs of the FBI's controversial COINTELPRO program, which aimed to dismantle Black liberation. We honor your bravery, we honor your strength and resilience. Thank you for paving the way for Tupac Shakur, a rap god. Everything changed on May 2, 1973. Assata and two other BLA members were pulled over on the New Jersey Turnpike, officially for a faulty taillight. What happened next is fiercely debated, but it ended in a shootout. When it was over, State Trooper Werner Forrester and BLA member Zaid Shakur were dead. Assata and another trooper were wounded. This single violent encounter became one of the most polarizing legal cases of the era. Freedom fighter, we honor your bravery, we honor your strength and resilience. Thank you for paving the way for Tupac Shakur, a rap god. Over the next few years, Assata faced multiple trials for other alleged crimes, but was consistently acquitted or had the charges dismissed. The Turnpike case, however, stuck. Prosecutors argued she was a cold-blooded killer. Her defense claimed she was a political target, presenting forensic evidence that she'd been shot with her hands up and couldn't have fired a weapon in 1977. Despite conflicting evidence, an all-white jury convicted her of murder, sentenced to life. Her supporters declared her a political prisoner. Freedom fighter, we honor your bravery, we honor your strength and resilience. Thank you for paving the way for Tupac Shakur, a rap god. In 1979, Assata escaped from a maximum security prison with help from BLA members. She lived underground for years before surfacing in Cuba in 1984, where she was granted political asylum and remains to this day, despite U.S. demands for her return. Then in 2013, the FBI placed her on its most wanted terrorist list, the first woman ever to receive that designation, and offered a $2 million reward for her capture. Freedom fighter, we honor your bravery, we honor your strength and resilience. Thank you for paving the way for Tupac Shakur, rap god. Today, Assata Shakur remains a deeply polarizing figure to law enforcement. She is a convicted murderer who escaped justice to her supporters. She is a revolutionary icon whose autobiography continues to inspire movements for Black liberation. Her story forces us to question the nature of justice, power, and freedom. So what is her legacy? Revolutionary hero or wanted fugitive? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this story compelling, please like and subscribe for more. you, Mutulu Shakur, for raising Tupac. Thank you, Mutulu, for rescuing Assata Shakur. Thank you for your contribution to the cause. Thank you, Mutulu, for just being you. We all know Tupac Shakur, the rebel voice of a generation. But what if his biggest influence wasn't a musician, but one of the FBI's most wanted fugitives? To understand the fire in Tupac's art, you have to understand the man who helped raise him, Mutulu Shakur, before being linked to a music icon. Dr. Mutulu Shakur was a...
We all know Tupac Shakur, the rebel voice of a generation. But what if his biggest influence wasn't a musician, but one of the FBI's most wanted fugitives? To understand the fire in Tupac's art, you have to understand the man who helped raise him, Mutulu Shakur. Before being linked to a music icon, Dr. Mutulu Shakur was a revolutionary and a healer. In the 1970s, he pioneered the use of acupuncture to treat addiction at the Lincoln Detox Center in the Bronx. He became a doctor of acupuncture, empowering the very people the system had left behind. In 1975, this activist married Black Panther member Afeni Shakur, becoming a powerful father figure to her young son, Tupac. Tupac's childhood was steeped in revolution. His mother...
I'm looking forward to what the future brings. Every time I ride around out here, I keep saying, man, this is a beautiful country. The sun is shining, the trees are swaying. Man, it's fantastic.
Right.
So the nature is a companion to freedom. And I'm down with it.
I know.
Down with it. And I thank all of y'all. If I haven't said it before, or if you haven't heard it before, I thank everybody that has done anything to help me get out of prison. And I hold up your banner because I know it's not easy. But it's a glorious struggle, though. It's a glorious struggle. I wouldn't be nobody else but who I am, with sacrifices and all.
I told Brother Pac, your name is Tupac Amaru Shakur. People will try to capitalize on your talent and your gift, but they won't deal with you on the level of intelligence that you deserve. They want you to be a puppet. By the time he was 12 years old, Tupac wrote, "My father is a great teacher. My father is the light." When he was 17, he rapped about his relationship with his father. "First of all, my father is my hero, the strongest man that I know." Mutulu played a vital role in shaping Tupac's worldview, instilling in him a deep sense of Pan-Africanism, revolutionary socialism, and Black pride. During a prison interview with Curtis Blow in the early 90s, Tupac said, "He was raised by revolutionaries. That's all. I mean, my mom was a Black Panther, my dad was in the Black Liberation Army. So it's just natural for me to follow that way. It's not hard for me to do what I do because I was raised to do this." As Tupac grew older, Mutulu continued to guide him, encouraging him to use his music as a platform for social change and to remain true to his roots. After Tupac's death, Mutulu's advice echoed through the rapper's words, "Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer." Mutulu remained a steadfast presence in Tupac's life throughout his rise to fame, offering him advice and support as he navigated the music industry. However, their relationship was strained during Tupac's incarceration as Mutulu's legal troubles continued to escalate. Despite their strained relationship, Mutulu continued to...
I think it's important that people understand that while you might praise or not praise the fact that Tupac had a political history, the post-traumatic stress associated with that history, very few people understand. And so while we think it's very important that people understand his connection to and his part of, his heritage of the liberation struggle, it's also important to understand that it's never been easy. Tupac was specifically a revolutionary rebel. Not the revolution of the 60s or the 70s, but a revolutionary rebel of his time.
Founding member of the National Jericho Movement, an organization dedicated to fighting for the rights of prisoners and advocating for prison reform. He believed that everyone deserved a second chance and worked tirelessly to help those who had been marginalized by the criminal justice system. Throughout his life, Mutulu was a controversial figure due to his past affiliations with the Black Liberation Army, a militant group that advocated for the use of violence to achieve racial equality. However, he maintained that his actions were justified given the oppressive conditions faced by Black Americans at the time. Despite the controversy, Mutulu remained steadfast in his beliefs and continued to speak out against racial injustice and police brutality. He was a strong advocate for the Black Lives Matter movement and regularly attended protests and rallies in support of the cause. Mutulu's commitment to social justice was evident in his work with various community organizations, including the Malcolm X grassroots movement, where he served as a board member. He was instrumental in organizing events and fundraisers to support the organization's mission to promote human rights and social justice. Mutulu was also a mentor to many young activists, providing guidance and support as they worked to make positive change in their communities. He believed that the next generation was key to creating a better future and invested his time and energy into helping them succeed. Despite facing numerous obstacles and setbacks, Mutulu remained hopeful about the future. He believed that progress was possible and that the fight for social justice was worth the struggle. His unwavering determination and commitment to his beliefs were an inspiration to all who knew him. Mutulu's legacy is a complex one. While his past actions have been the subject of much debate and controversy, he remained a dedicated activist and advocate for social justice throughout his life. His commitment to the Black Lives Matter movement, the Malcolm X grassroots movement, and other community organizations is a testament to his dedication to creating a better world. Moreover, his efforts to help at-risk youth find employment and his advocacy for prison reform demonstrate his belief in second chances and the power of redemption. Despite the challenges he faced, Mutulu's unwavering hope for a better future and his mentorship of young activists offer a glimpse of the positive impact he had on those around him. His story serves as a reminder that even in the face of adversity, one person's commitment to justice and equality can make a lasting difference. In 2021, Mutulu was denied parole again despite his declining health. He had been diagnosed with terminal prostate cancer and was given only 6 months to live. However, his brother said Mutulu was still hopeful and was working on getting his message out about police brutality and racial inequality. In December 2022, after 41 years in prison, Mutulu was granted a compassionate release on grounds of his failing health. He was released from the federal medical prison in North Carolina and moved to California to be with his family. Mutulu was able to attend his granddaughter's graduation party in June 2023, but he did not look well. He died 2 weeks later on July 10, 2023, at the age of 71 years old. His cause of death was reported as prostate cancer. At the time of his death, he was surrounded by his loved ones, including his wife, daughter, son, brothers, and sisters. Mutulu's death was mourned by many, including celebrities like Killer Mike and Chuck D. Both men praised Mutulu's dedication to social justice and his contributions to the fight for equality. Killer Mike said, To the Shakur family, I am sorry for your loss. Dr. Mutulu was a mighty warrior who never stopped fighting for his people. Rest in power, Dr. M. Chuck D tweeted, Dr. Mutulu Shakur has transitioned. Salute to a soldier who was always on the front lines of justice and equality. His spirit will continue to inspire generations to come. R.I.P. Mutulu Shakur. It's clear that Mutulu's legacy will continue to live on through the work of his family and the countless people whose lives he touched throughout his lifetime. Mutulu Shakur, a healer and revolutionary, spent nearly 37 years in prison for his actions. Denied parole even with terminal cancer, he was granted a compassionate release in late 2022, but tasted freedom for only a few months before his death in July 2023. His life was a testament to the cost of fighting the system, and his fiery, unwavering spirit is the secret influence at the very heart of Tupac's music. For more stories that uncover the hidden histories behind the icons you think you know, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell.